Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself, and today is the return of Final Fantasy XIII. We're going to be doing two songs. We got Dust to Dust from the channel Masashi Hamazu, which is the composer, and Fang's theme from the channel Daniel von Ronsenberg. These are requested by Justin Magnus and Karen Mendes. I did 13 not too long ago, pretty big video, and it's one of those games that's like a 50-50, people hate it, people love it, but I think most people can agree that the soundtrack is pretty dope. So we are checking out Dust to Dust first, and then Fang's theme, which I'm guessing that's Fang. Okay, let's get into it. Short and sweet. Dust to Dust. Hamazu is a pretty cool composer who's still with the team. This is all him, composed, arranged, and produced. And since this just says 13, I'm guessing it's just the base game, the original. I don't know who's doing the vocals. Oh. Francis Maya? And Mitsuru Suzuki? Oh man, now I'm thinking if I've ever heard vocals in 13. I don't know. This is like totally different from what I've experienced in 13. This seems quite important. Ending? Whatever it is, it sounds late game. I'm almost confident of that. I feel like, I don't know how else to say this, but I feel like a lot of the 13 music I've heard has been pretty straightforward. This one, not so much. More mysterious, more fantasy. Good melody though. Dust to Dust. Oh, bass. I feel like this would have to be like a dream state, or a portal you enter, or some new world you've entered. Something not normal throughout the whole game, but now you're here. That's kind of where I'm getting at. Think Sleeping Forest in Nier Replicant type of thing, if you know that. Some mystical area. Then again, I'm not sure of 13's setting or time period. That was cool as hell, but strange. Yeah, so everything I've heard from 13 has been, well, it's been kind of mixed, really, as far as like genres, and you know, I know there's different games, there's 2 and Lightning Returns and all that. and I've heard it's described as like extremely linear, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I don't know the essence of 13. I don't know what it entails. I don't know the time period, the characters. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. But I don't recall the music so far sounding like that. This one has this more important feel, this more end game, mystical, big revelation type feel that I can only describe as either end game credits or, again, like some sort of new world that you've stepped into. I don't recall if I've heard vocals in 13. I don't know if I've heard that vocalist before. So the whole thing was like a new experience. I would have never guessed. One, I would have never guessed that was Final Fantasy, let alone 13. It just sounded so different, I guess, which is a good thing. You know, I'd like to not be able to guess. Obviously, I knew what game it was coming from. And Dust to Dust, I mean, not much I can go off of there besides... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to guess. It's more of a overwhelming feeling of, man, that moment. You know what I mean? Like that. That's the best way I can describe it. I feel like the comments are gonna be like, oh, this part of the game, you know? Something like that. You know, a lot of ellipses. Oh, sigh. Don't remind me. That kind of thing. I'm predicting comments before they even arrive. But that's kind of all I got from that. It sounded really good. Very dreamlike. Beautiful sound. It sounded like a bunch of fairies and, you know, unicorns and stuff. But also had like a hint of sadness to it. Yeah, sorry to be so vague, but that's kind of all I got from it. But it sounded important. That's for sure. That's the main thing I got. Important song. One of the most important songs of the game. That's kind of what I got. So, I'm going to assume this song has nothing to do with the first one. But you never know. You truly don't. That's the fun of it all. And again, you know, looking at this character, it's not helping in like a time period or anything. Maybe it's just very fantasy and just a made-up time, you know, if that makes any sense. It doesn't. Cool weapon, though. Fang. I don't know who composed this one. I am under the assumption that Masashi Hamzu did like 90% of the soundtrack, so please let me know. Anyways, this is Fang's theme, which I'm guessing is a main party character. Let's go. That sounds very Hamazu to me. And the only reason I'm saying that is from my experience of the FF7 remakes. I've kind of gathered his sound from that game. But yeah, this is more of the sound I'm familiar with him. So this has to be him. A good snare. Triangle. It's been a while since I've heard a triangle. Got a tattoo of like a skull mouth. Character theme, huh? Trying to correlate the notes and feel to a character. Not getting much. Oh, that's cool. The only thing I'm getting so far is like, this is just like a warrior fighting for their cause. Character themes in RPGs are... I feel like they're a little more difficult to say character themes in like a fighter. They're a little more broad in an RPG, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just being honest. It sounds like it could be... How do I say this? It sounds like it could be used in almost any part of the game, not just the character. It's not really telling me much about Fang or Fang. It tells me that they're potentially a good person. I don't hear any ill intent. Like I said, it's kind of vague. Still impressive music, though. I think that's a given. Final Fantasy music. Nice. So, bear in mind, everything I'm about to say is assumptions. I'm going to assume this is Fang or Fang. And that was their theme. Yeah, like I said, the music, obviously, I don't think anyone can deny that the music is good. It's obviously really impressive and put together and yada yada yada. But the whole time, I had this like cloud above my head. Like, okay, I know going into this is a character's theme. So I have that already going for it. So now instead of like completely blind, I have some sort of idea going into it. And now I'm trying to shape my opinion around that, if that makes sense. It's a little different than like your normal reaction. And I was trying to see like, okay, yeah, I could see that, or no, I can't see that. And for a lot of the song, it felt like too generic of a theme where it could be going from town to town, or a little town theme, or a sub menu or something. You know, I didn't get anything at all specific to a character, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if that's really like a negative thing. I'm just being honest. It's just what I felt. I would have never, if I had no idea this was blind, I would have never, ever said that reminds me of a character theme. It just didn't have that vibe to me. It didn't tell me anything about the character. But now that's where things get interesting, because if you're watching this, there's a 90% chance that you know exactly who Fang is, and you know that everything I'm saying is hogwash. So, you know, let me ask you, for the people that grew up with this game and know this game, does this theme represent this character? That might be hard for you to answer because you grew up with it, you know what I mean? There's bias. But looking back from the outside as an adult, does it make sense? Or does it sound kind of... No, you know? I feel like... I don't know. I can't explain it besides that. And the reason I'm saying all this, mind you, is because I grew up with a lot of fighting games. And fighting games have usually two main types of music. We have like stage themes and character themes. And the character themes in fighting games are always very distinct, because they're, you know, it's about the character and their style differences, their moveset, their weapons, blah blah blah. And you know, so my bias of a theme of a character always defaults to that, as in like they're very different or they're very specific to the character. When I hear this, I think more like that could go to any character. So again, not a bad thing. It's just my opinion and my reaction to it. But they were cool. The songs together were completely, I'm guessing, not even related whatsoever. They're just from the same game. But yeah, I see these types of songs and videos as again, it's not negative, but I'm turning a kind of like maybe bland response into a open discussion, because I do believe that on YouTube you can have like discussion without, you know, shields going up. So, you know, take it as an opportunity to like inform and educate, like, oh, you know, you're actually really wrong on this one, or, you know, whatever. So let me know more about Fang and this theme, and does it actually have a name, or is it just called Fang's theme? So let me know, whatever. Dust to Dust was really cool. They were both good. Just, I didn't really get much from the second one is all. And at least I can tell it was Hamzu. This one I don't know exactly who composed it, but I am almost like, after hearing it, I can almost guarantee it's him. So, cool. I like the design though. Tattoo, outfit, pretty cool. Maybe Dragoon type. I see a spear. Anyways, thank you Justin, Magnus, and Karen Mendes. Thank you to all my Patreons here. I couldn't be here without them. Thank you to my Platinum members. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.